It's Friday, and it's April the 1st, and I'm sure there have been more than a couple of probably even pretty good April Fool's pranks or jokes pulled today. None tonight, just fair warning, everything's on the up and up. Just been a rather long day, and haven't had really much time to give that any thought. Would have been fun, and I have certainly maybe once or twice over 23 years took the opportunity to do so. But nevertheless, I hope it's been a safe April Fool's Day for you. Weather-wise, a freeze warning in effect, some sunshine and some 60s barely for your weekend, and then a big warm-up ahead, and a back and forth thereafter. So definitely an updated forecast for you in just a few moments. We have a COVID update for you this evening. A man already wanted for a shooting, now wanted for a stabbing and robbery. A few other updates as well on a few birthdays on tonight's community calendar, I do believe, and one of our top stories indeed will be one that hit very close to home for myself and much closer for members of my family. In a few moments, I'll give you an update on the condition of my young cousin, Jeff Mortimer, my first cousin, a chiropractor who lives in Lexington. Got a couple of great kids, and one of them survived an unbelievably horrific, and I can't call it an accident because it doesn't appear as though possibly that it was at this point, but his cross-country and running teammate died while another one was injured. And I'll get through that to the best of my ability in just a few moments. So before we go to that, let's go to a quick COVID update. Good news on that front. Yeah, good news indeed. We, of course, have a new updated map that the CDC has put together using their new classification system. They update it in the latter part of every week, and it's for the entire United States, of course, and they use a number of metrics, including hospitalizations and cases, as well as the number of hospital beds available and things of that nature to come up with a new map, still using the same color scheme. The bottom line is, and the good news is, that map is looking much greener for the state of Kentucky. Indeed, the state as a whole has only a handful, a total of 6 Kentucky counties, who aren't in the low. And they're just in the medium. No one's in the red or high-level area, and that indeed is good news. Some other good COVID trends is that according to the CDC, as of this week, while we have seen 977,495 people die as a result of COVID to some extent, the 7-day average for COVID deaths in Kentucky was down to only as low as 3 just yesterday during their latest Thursday update. And with the state all essentially in the green and none in the red, that means that there's no recommendations right now at any time for universal masking in the Commonwealth of Kentucky. The only other big news that would have happened COVID-related was that earlier this week, as I told you, the FDA approved a second booster shot for those 50 and older and some immunocompromised individuals. That is still yet to get the full green light, but expected to sometime soon. Mcauliffe County Health Department is as well expecting that will take place, and they are anticipating an uptick of vaccinations when it does. Right now, they're just not seeing that many new people come in and get vaccinated, but they suspect when this second booster, or fourth round, if you will, for Pfizer and Moderna is approved, that there will be an increase. As for Mcauliffe County numbers, let me draw your attention to the top right of your screen. That's previous cases going back to January, the end of January, 1st of February, when we had our highest week ever at 270. That wasn't that long ago, folks. And then you see from thereafter, we started our decline to get to where we are today. The week of February the 5th through the 11th, it was down to 169. Then the next week, it was about half that at 86. Then we got down to 71 and kind of stayed in the 60s to 70s there for a few weeks. And then the last week, not this week, but last week, the 19th through the 25th of this month, we had a total of 16 cases, one of our lowest weeks in a long time till this week. Top left of your screen, that is the past 7 days, including today, as I just confirmed through the Mcauliffe County Health Department. 4 over the course of last weekend, 2 Monday, 1 Tuesday, 2 Wednesday, 1 yesterday. That's 10 cases. So another decrease down to 10 right now for the entire week. The health department in Mcauliffe County, as are all health officials, are encouraging everyone to still get your vaccine. We have a new variant, of course, that's making its round. The Omicron variant, the variant of the first Omicron, of course. And with that, again, the approval of the second booster coming down with full approval very soon, the health department in Mcauliffe County is taking appointments again for vaccines at 349-6212. More top news in just a few messages.
Hello, Mcauliffe County. I'm Eddie Jenkins, Republican candidate for Magistrate, District 2. First, I want to personally thank all of you for your help last election. Since that time, you have not left my mind. Now, I humbly ask for your support once again, and with your help and the strength and progress we've made these last few years with endorsements and such, we can go the distance. It's my continued dream to serve you, the voters of District 2, as your magistrate. Help me help our community this May. Vote Eddie Jenkins, number 3 on the ballot.
Not everything has changed over the years. Frazier's Prater Drugstore is still your most trusted pharmacy, where you can get your prescription brought to you curbside or make your way to the counter for a snack, lunch, or an incredibly sweet treat. And check out Strings and Things inside the shack, the Radio Shack, musical instruments, guns, ammo, electronics, and more. It's as wonderfully unique of a shopping experience as is the selection at Frazier's Prater Drugstore in downtown Salyersville.
At Golden Law Office, our attorneys previously represented the nation's largest insurance and trucking companies, handling cases involving serious personal injury and death. We know their strategies, how they will defend the case, and what factors drive large settlements. The attorneys at Golden Law Office can use this inside knowledge to ensure your case is handled effectively and aggressively. Hiring Golden Law Office provides you with a strategic advantage. Call Golden Law Office today.
It is never too early for spring to spring at the seasonal shop, and it has. With new ladies' fashions in and arriving daily from all the fashion houses you've come to love, like Royce, Mud Pie, Charlie Page, Simply Southern, they have a new line of spring tees from Ivory Ella, and amazing scents in soaps, body lotions, and home fragrance diffusers by Michael Design Works, with something for every room in the house. Plus new home decor, and as always, so much more at the seasonal shop in downtown Salyersville.
Hello, I'm William Bill Meade, and I'm a Republican candidate for Mcauliffe County Sheriff. Like you, I'm concerned about the effects that drugs are having on our loved ones. With over 33 years of law enforcement experience and training, I know how to combat this problem. I will run a financially responsible office and be accountable for your tax dollars. After looking at the sheriff's budget, I know that I can provide this county with a much-needed 24-hour patrol. I'm William Bill Meade, and I'm number 4 on the Republican ballot, but I'm number 1 for Mcauliffe County.
A Pike County man already being sought for a shooting in South Williamson just from a couple of days ago is now the subject of an even larger manhunt after a stabbing and robbery in Martin County this morning. The Martin County Sheriff's Department saying that this man, James William Crabtree, is wanted for an assault, technically a charge of assault in the first degree and burglary in the first degree, after he was involved in a stabbing that took place this morning at a location on Riverfront Road near the Martin and Pike County line. The Martin County Sheriff's Department asking for anyone who has any information about his whereabouts to please contact them and to not approach him. You can contact the Martin County Sheriff's Department at 298-2828 or call 911. He is believed to be armed and dangerous, as he was after another event that took place just 10 days ago or so. 24-year-old Crabtree from South Williamson was, before this morning, the shooting suspect in a March 21st incident in which he shot a man identified as Philip May during an altercation. May's injuries were not considered to be life-threatening. The injuries to the stabbing victim this morning were said to be serious. Again, they suggest that Crabtree be treated as armed and dangerous and should not be approached, and to call 911 or local authorities should you see him anywhere in the eastern Kentucky area. Now, for indeed my top story this evening, one that, as I said earlier, hit very close to home. Last night, I guess around 8:30 or so, when we first got the first call, and then it was a long, anxious night of waiting and trying to get more details and hearing, and then it just continued to get worse as it unfolded for quite some time. And It is a story that's made national headlines tonight. It's got just a local connection because it's my family, but as well a young man who graduated from the University of Kentucky, and it's just an unbelievably terrible story. Initial reports of there being 5 turned out to be an actual factual number of 3 members of Milligan University's men's track and field team who were involved in, and I'm hesitant to call it an accident this time because it appears as though it may not have been. It happened last night. Jeff Mortimer, Jim and June's, who are now, of course, both gone, son, who's a chiropractor, had an office here for a number of years and now practices, of course, in Lexington. His oldest son, Alex, a wonderful young man, as both of his kids are. He is a graduate of the University of Kentucky. He has a degree in ministry. He is getting his MBA at Milligan University, which is in Tennessee, down in the Johnson City area, I do believe there. And a very, very, very successful and accomplished track star. He's top 50 in the SEC in his class, and I don't have time to go into all of his accomplishments and trophies and accolades, but he, of course, is running for Milligan, as are a number of other students. And last night, they had arrived in the Virginia area, just outside of, not too far out of the Virginia Beach area. They had an event there today that started this morning, and out practicing last evening with an assistant coach and 3 members all together. Actually, I think 4 members and the coach. 3 of the students were the 3 who were actually involved in the collision. So it's my understanding that early last night, around 6 o'clock or so, they were running on the outskirts of where they were staying, and a vehicle coming from the opposite direction came out of its lane of travel, crossed their lane of travel, and then struck 3 of the runners. 1 was thrown violently and pronounced dead just a short time later. The 2 others were injured. 1 was released with a leg injury. Another still being hospitalized is Jeff's son, Alex, who will make a full recovery. He's already undergone a couple of surgeries. He has at least 1 more to go, potentially more. And then, of course, they are all mourning their fellow teammate who was killed. Sophomore Eli Kramer from Murfreesboro, Tennessee, passed away due to his injuries. He and my cousin Alex Mortimer and another Eli Baldy of Knoxville, Tennessee, were the 3 that were hit. Alex sustained life-threatening injuries last night, but he's now stable and expected to make a full recovery, I'm glad to report. The other Eli Baldy, was treated and released last night. 1 member of the team and an assistant coach were also there running with them, but were not injured and escaped the collision. So Virginia State Police are telling us that Kramer and Mortimer and Baldy were the 3 running on Williamsburg Pottery Road when they were hit by a vehicle. And after being hit, the driver fled the scene and left, and then was apprehended when he crashed again. He was taken into custody, faces numerous charges: DUI, maiming, and felony hit and run, involuntary manslaughter as well, and those charges are expected to possibly be upgraded or added to. As for Kramer, he was a 4-time national qualifier. He most recently finished 10th in a 5K at the NAIA Indoor National Championships. He was 20 years old. He was a sophomore, a business administration major. In 2 years with the Buffaloes, he had a 3rd-place finish in the 2021 National Championship. In the cross-country team, he was a 2-time All-American, 2-time All-AAC. He even set a program record in the 8K, a 4-time national qualifier. Just an outstanding athlete, now being mourned by his family, his team, his school, and his community. The team had just arrived in Virginia for an event, the 56th annual event that was to start today, and they were out practicing last night. As for Alex, he's 21. He's got a degree in ministry. He's getting his MBA at Milligan University, where they ran for, and he too has a long resume. He top 50 in the class, the SEC class, and just a long list of accomplishments and trophies and wins, as they have been traveling around as a family to meets for years with Alex and his wife. And this is the man they said that was behind the wheel of the vehicle last night. He's a 26-year-old man identified as 26-year-old Jose Efren Hernandez Mancia, charged with DUI in the first DUI, involuntary manslaughter, felony hit and run, reckless driving, DUI maiming, and refusal to submit to a blood test. The blood sample was taken and drawn. He was under the influence, they know, of alcohol, they do believe at least, and that part of the investigation continues. And again, I just spoke with Jeff a few moments ago. Alex had just come out of his second surgery. He's had one on his leg, one on his elbow. He's going to have another one on his shoulder. He's got numerous other injuries, a concussion. But they're all something that he will fully recover from physically over time. He was also asked by his coaching staff, I believe it was, to give a message to his fellow team and to his college, which he graciously did from his hospital bed earlier this morning.
Hello, Milligan University. This is Alex speaking to you from the hospital bed, and I just want to give an update on my current status. I was just informed that it seems the worst of my injuries is my broken leg and a dislocated shoulder. I want to exhort and thank all of you all for praying for me, for the Milligan team, and for the university and institution. I want to say that moments like this make you realize what is and is not important in your life. And my exhortation to our school tonight from Williamsburg, Virginia, is do not forsake or discount the beauty and the gift of life. It is like a vapor and it flashes before our eyes. I just want to thank you all for praying for me and for the Kramer family, for the Baldy family, for the cross-country and track team. And my desire that as an institution and university is that tragedy, even as sorrowful and devastating as it is, that there is a beauty that can arise from ashes. That's what the scripture says in the book of Psalms. And so my exhortation, Milligan University, to you is to cling to the Lord Jesus Christ. If you do not know him, he wants to know you. He wants to know you. He loves you and he died for a relationship with you. And he doesn't want us to have to spend eternity apart from him in hell. He loves us so dearly and he wants fellowship with us. And in as tragic as this is, and in just the brief moments of me being awake, I can feel God's presence in a way I've never felt. And so the hope that I exhort you, Milligan University, in this time is that we would cling to the Lord, because the scripture says that he will never let the righteous be shaken. For those of you who may not know him, but you care for us, I still thank you so much. I want to let you know, though, the most important thing for me right now is that Jesus Christ, the God of this universe, will be exalted, and that every single one of us at Milligan University would have a relationship with him. God bless you all, and thank you, every single one of you that's praying for this team. Have a wonderful night, and as time and ability permits, there will be updates sent. God bless you.
And a couple of times I referred to being hesitant about calling it an accident. Well, one of the teammates who was not struck and had a visual of the event, Alex doesn't remember it, actually the point of impact and it happening, but witnesses indicate that the vehicle came at them, they saw it, jumped off the roadway, the vehicle then accelerated and then turned towards them, appearing as though it may have been intentional. For what reason, no one has been able to ascertain that as of yet, as the investigation continues. I'll be right back with your calendar, some birthdays, a couple of important things to announce there, and of course an updated forecast for you before I leave you for the weekend. In just a second. Whether the new year brings you new dreams or you're working towards the same ones, let Salyersville National Bank help you build, bank, or save for them. Salyersville National has been helping dreams come true since 1902. Give them a call at the main location, 349-3131, or the branch, 6121.
I'm Kelly Collins from Golden Law Office. I began my legal career in Lexington, representing some of the nation's largest insurance companies. This experience provided me with the inside knowledge as to how the insurance company will prepare to defend your case. I'm now taking that knowledge and returning to my hometown in eastern Kentucky to help those hurt through no fault of their own. If you or a family member have been injured in an auto or truck accident, call Golden Law Office today.
Hello, I'm former Mcauliffe County educator and basketball coach Danny Adams. I want to tell you about a Republican candidate for sheriff of Mcauliffe County, my son, Neil Adams. As a highly trained narcotics investigation detective with 21 years of law enforcement experience, Neil knows and understands Mcauliffe County and will work endlessly to protect our youth and all citizens from the drug epidemic. With Operation Unite, he was named Detective of the Year and also awarded the Hal Rogers Leadership Award. Leadership matters. Vote for a Mcauliffe County man that will bring strong law enforcement and leadership that unites, not divides our county. Vote Neil Adams, Republican, for sheriff.
Now available at Independent Signs and Graphics. Custom laser cut Kentucky bourbon barrel heads in unused, fresh, white oak, or from authentic Kentucky bourbon barrels with that used patina and slight aroma of Kentucky bourbon. And we do custom leather patched hats and wall hangings. Need a business logo? We can do that too. And we do banners, plastic, aluminum, decorative, hanging signs, vehicle graphics, and wraps. And we will meet or beat any area price on any campaign sign and material. 4x8s, yard signs, bumper stickers, flyers, whatever you need. And the quality of our workmanship, materials, and artwork are always top shelf at Independent Signs and Graphics here at the Sayersville Independent, 349-2915. Now for tonight's Farm Bureau Community Calendar, a couple of birthdays to start it off, and a first and most important 18th birthday wish to Chasten Rowell. Love your parents, Becky and Rigsby, Papa Harley, Mama Stella, Uncle Siggs, and Aunt Maddie, and everybody. Chasten, happy 18th birthday to you. Happy, happy, happy birthday to you. Also celebrating an April 1st birthday is Bill Meade, and from Holly and Will and Leanne and Marvin and Sherry and Margie. You know the drill, Bill. Happy, happy, happy birthday to you, Bill Meade. Happy, happy birthday to you, too. In other announcements, don't forget about Senior Citizens Day at Camp Nathaniel. This is their annual event. They haven't got it taken in a few years, but going to Camp Nathaniel on Monday, April the 18th for a service and a dinner, and then maybe a little trip by Yoder's on the way home. And it's going to be at 10 a.m. that morning till 1:30 there at Camp Nathaniel. It's a wonderful event. If you plan on going, seniors, call Marlene and let her know. Make sure they've got transportation arranged and figure out all the logistics. Call 349-5152 to make sure you get a seat at the event. It's going to be a big, big time. Nice day. From there, something else coming up at the Mcauliffe County Senior Citizen Center, Jemima Boone, Life on the Frontier, as presented and funded by the Kentucky Humanities Council and their Chautauqua series, Thursday the 21st of April. I'll remind you on and off throughout between now and then. It's free. It's at 6 o'clock, and it's at the Mcauliffe County Senior Citizen Center. Once again, Jemima Boone, depicted by their Chautauqua series from the Kentucky Humanities Council. It's always a really interesting evening. You're guaranteed to enjoy it. And for those going to be an athlete in the Big Sandy Senior Games, you've got until April the 8th. Remember, today's the 1st to register. It's going to take place on May the 20th, so you got a little time, but you got to get registered. Call 800-737-2723 to do so. Call Marlene if you have any questions. They're going to have bowling and a mile walk, football toss, softball toss, shuffleboard, bingo, archery, mini golf, free throw, shooting, much, much more. It's going to be a great time, but you got to get registered. Open to all residents in Floyd, Johnson, McGoffin, Martin, and Pike counties who will be 50 years of age or older by May the 1st. Well, that means me too. Whew, that's a little scary. All right, Bids and Beans 3 church event tomorrow at noon at the head of Coon Creek Church. They're going to have a lot to see and eat and do. I hope you'll join them. The Bloomington Fire Department at the Sayersville City Park tomorrow. 10 a.m., vendor sale, soup bean dinner, live music, prizes, another big event. 2 great things to do tomorrow and some great people to support with their cause and fundraiser. And let me support yours with your announcement being right here on Your News Today. And those special birthdays and anniversaries that we love to pass along as well, this is how you get those on the show too. I do have one funeral service announcement for this evening for Patty Sue Conley Holbrook, 81, of Sagersville. She passed away yesterday at the King's Daughter Medical Center. She's survived by daughter Tammy Salyer, sisters Billy Poe, Pansy Blanton, Doris Barnett, Peggy Burkett, Dottie Fletcher, Bonnie McKenzie, 3 grandchildren, 2 step-grandchildren, and 4 great-grandchildren. Patty's preceded in death by her husband, Herbert Holbrook Jr. And funeral services will be Tuesday morning at 11 from the State Road Fork United Baptist Church. Friends can call on the church this Sunday after 6 and all day Monday and before the services start Tuesday at 11 for visitation.
Are you ready for warm weather and a little sunshine? The Appalachian Wireless team has decided to have the ultimate spring break event. A sale so big with so many savings opportunities, you'll be thinking it's Christmas in April. The spring break event is going on now through the end of April, and all smartphones are on sale with Appalachian Advantage. Spring into an Appalachian Wireless retail location or visit us on the web to see what deals have sprung at our spring break event. We know what you want because we are you. We are Appalachian Wireless.
SSI and disability cases are harder to win these days. You need all the help you can get. If the government has turned you down, I will not. Many factors are considered when a claim is being processed, like your age, education, physical, and mental disabling conditions. When it comes time to winning your disability case, you should not face a federal judge alone. You need an attorney who is experienced, determined, hardworking, knowledgeable, and dedicated to helping you win benefits that you deserve. If you need help with your SSI or disability case, call me, Donald Wayne McFarland, and let me go to work for you.
My name is Tony Allen, and I'm a candidate for Mcauliffe County Clerk. Just as my family and I have served you at our restaurant, the Farmhouse Diner, we will be there to serve you in the clerk's office. You will be greeted with a smile. The office will be organized, neat, inviting, and we will do all we can to help everyone, regardless of your party, last name, or how you vote. We will be open during lunch, and we will have a long evening each week for folks who get in late. We will be open every other Saturday and have a plan to better serve the elderly in our community. I'm fighting to win this election and the trust of Mcauliffe County. I will not let you down, nor will I forget that the people chose me to be their clerk. Vote number 1 on the ballot, Big Tony Allen for Mcauliffe County Clerk.
Parkway Pharmacy, as always, promises the quickest service with the very best care and prices, and to always have someone there to talk to when you have a question. With 3 pharmacists, curbside, drive-through, and call-ahead service. Parkway Pharmacy in Sagersville, 349-4400.
Where you can always talk to a pharmacist when you need one.
Now let's put the lid on this one with your Licking Valley RECC 7-day. You may have heard me mention a freeze warning at the start of the show. I did. Yep, freeze warning in effect from 10 tonight till 10 in the morning tomorrow, because we're going to see temperatures dip way down into the 20s again at around 26 degrees. Clear skies will help enable that frost to take place as well, so keep that in mind. Spring is technically here. We're just, it's Kentucky. It's a slow roll to get to that place weather-wise we want to be. Calm winds, glad to report tonight. Not so much for your weekend, though. Saturday, we will rebound and hit about 61 degrees. We'll see some clouds kind of increase tomorrow, not the sunniest of days, and some morning frost, and winds again out of the southwest up to 16 miles per hour or so at times. And then tomorrow night, mostly cloudy skies continuing, much more mild at 39 for tomorrow night's low. And our next chance of precipitation comes in during the overnight tomorrow night. Well, actually during the evening and overnight, 9 to 1 or so right now. Looks to be the window for only a 20% chance of some showers. So you should be able to enjoy your Saturday under some clouds and 60s. And less clouds and still holding on to 60 for your Sunday. Mostly sunny, 60 on the dot right now. Winds still pesky out of the northwest, up to 15 miles per hour or so, but dry and relatively calm and certainly nice. We warm up a little better on your Monday, hitting the upper 60s, but with more clouds than sun and a returning 20% chance of showers from like midday on for the rest of your Monday. We'll fall down to around 46 degrees Monday night. Tuesday, we'll hit the upper 60s again. 69, mostly cloudy. But with that, there's when shower chances crank up. Maybe some thunderstorms associated with this next ride. 69, mostly cloudy, a 70% chance of showers and storms Tuesday. 50% chance of showers and storms Wednesday with a little more sunshine. And look at that. That temperature bumping way up to close to 80 again. And as is the pattern here as of late, when that happens, we fall right back off that hill the next day. And then we'll go to 62, mostly sunny, and still a slight chance of showers Thursday, and low 60s again this time next week. And that will do it for this evening and for this week. Thank you all for being a part of the program each and every night. I hope you have a wonderful and relaxing weekend, and I hope the weather continues to get better. We're all yearning for that. And I hope to see you back here Monday for more of Your News Today. Good night.